Hi, I'm Inbal Rodney. Do you ever need to study a topic and dig really deep and you don't know upfront all the angles you're gonna want to cover? AI is here to help. There's a new concept called deep research, and it comes now into all the different AI tools. The idea of deep research is it's an agent, so it has access to the web to search, and it has autonomy to think about what and how it's going to do your research. You give it a research task, it searches the web for the relevant information, it reads it, and then it starts thinking about, all right, what else do I want to understand? Here's an interesting aspect of it. I may need to dig deeper on that. And I'm actually getting curious about this aspect of it. So I might want to go deeper there, maybe search for some examples, and it decides where to dig a bit more and come back to you with a really nice, well-researched answer. Let's have a look. Imagine I want to research electric vehicles. I want to buy something. I'm not quite sure what I need to compare, like what the aspects are, the factors that I need to look at in an EV, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to start with Perplexity. I have a free account in Perplexity, so we just go to perplexity.ai. You can do this in ChatGPT, in Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot. I'll show you in a minute, but let's start here. So I'm going to say, make a comparison of electric vehicles in Australia or available in Australia to help me decide what I should buy. And instead of going go, I will go deep research here. And what it does is it starts thinking now. It says I found a variety of articles and it's now reviewing them. It says I still need to gather more specific details about the best options and their features to provide a comprehensive comparison. So now it goes and reads some more articles in different websites to find that more detailed information. It's already looked at 14 sources here. And it says I found a variety of articles detailing the new electric vehicles coming to Australia in 2025, pricing, specification, and features. I still need to gather more specific comparisons on aspects like range, battery size, and performance to provide a comprehensive overview. And it keeps reading. And now it found some information comparing electric vehicles models available in Australia 2025, highlighting key aspects. And it says, with this comprehensive data, I can now finalize my report. I need to create a comprehensive comparative analysis. So I need to identify the major sections. Now it's planning, pricing range, features and technology, buying recommendations, goes all through these features. I didn't tell it how to do all these things, right? This is an agent. It figures it out on its own. It's working, looking at all these different models that it found. And now it says, now I'll organize the information into a structured comparison. And we can see how it goes into detail. This model has a single electrical motor, and this one has a rear-mounted one, and it goes on and studies all of them in a lot of depth to create this report for me. It decided to look at insurance. I didn't ask for that, but it's a good idea. It talks about charging infrastructure, home charging. Great. Okay, and there we go. Now it's written my answer, which is long and detailed. It's still writing it, going into a lot of detail, linking to resources. And I've got my whole research here ready for me to review and to study and to ask follow-up questions on. I'll share the link to this chat in the email. So this is with Perplexity. I could have done the same with ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, I would have to just make sure I turn on deep research when I send this question. So it works on any one of the models, but deep research needs to be on for it to go and do the whole deep research thing. Otherwise, it just gives a quick response. In Gemini, in Google Gemini, there's model selection up the top left, and I should select the one with deep research to have it do deep research. Copilot is meant to have the same a button that says think deeper. I don't have it yet while I'm recording this video. Maybe it's already there when you're watching this. So we need to go into Copilot by going M365 or Microsoft365.com or copilot.microsoft, something like that, but just go to Copilot, and it's meant to have a Think Deeper button here. Deep research takes some time to work, so you want to make sure you send it in the right direction. One of the things I like doing is have a chat with ChatGPT or with whatever AI I'm using to help me develop a good prompt before I go deep research. So here's how I do it. For example, here, I'm not in deep research, just normal ChatGPT, and I go, let's develop a prompt to use with ChatGPT deep research that will compare electric vehicles to buy in Australia. Think of good deep research prompting principles and make a nice prompt. And it comes up with what I need to include in that prompt, and then I'll iterate on it to make sure it's relevant specifically to me, maybe the price range that I'm interested in, or the driving distance that I'm interested in, or whatever it is. Just because deep research can take a while when it works, and I just want to make sure that I take it in the right direction. I can also include in my prompt how I want my response. I want it in a report, or I want it in a table, or I want it short, long, whatever it is. What I see other people using it for, a lot of science, a lot of technology, a lot of tax research for accountants, tax research for specific circumstance, describing a client's scenario and asking a question about how recent legislation changes impact that. Medical research, asking about specific medical equipment or medical conditions. Any research that needs to go pretty deep and pretty thoughtful and not just a quick response. Give it a go.